Hey guys, what's up, guys? Oh shit! Hey, hey guys, what's up? This is Grizzly Bear here. In today's video, I want to react to some videos and to entertain you guys if I can, and to show that I love you so much. Hopefully, if you guys can watch my videos and see that I love you, like all of you as a friend, and yeah, let's watch some videos and react to it, and yeah, I have no words to say because I'm autistic and any random bullshit and other stuff. Okay, let's react to some videos if we can watch anything and do some random bullshit, you know? Bullshit, you know? And yeah. Sorry, I'm just checking on something. Sorry. Yeah, you know, hopefully we can react to some videos and a lot of shit, and yeah, let's do some bullshit and hopefully launching it. Oh shit! The 764 group killed his teenage daughter, and here's what parents need to know. Let's watch that. Fuck ads! God damn it! I fucking hate ads. It ruins the fun.
I truly wish that you didn't need to listen to this conversation with Jason Sokolowski. His daughter Penelope was a victim of a self-harm group called 764, and she took her own life in February of 2025, just 6 months ago. After recording part one of this conversation...
Wait. So the group is not filled with any like numeration of groups, but it's the groups that shares something about like 764 and how it's a part of how she's a part of a group, and yeah. Holy shit. A suicide group? Dang. It's a lot of emos? Is it a lot of emos, dude? Well, that's fucked up.
I cried in my wife's arms, and I just took the rest of the day off and stood in the river and processed what I had just learned. If you have kids that have access to the internet, then you should know what's going on. Predators are weaponizing kids to hurt other kids, encouraging and rewarding self-harm, encouraging suicide, encouraging and rewarding the destruction of family, self-harm, and kids to hurt other kids. You should assess what I had just learned. If you have kids that have access to the internet, then you should know what's going on. Predators are weaponizing.
Yeah, a lot of like kids do some random stupid shit because of internet, and and then we have with TikTok trends that does a lot of stupid shit, and then with the fucking internet, how they influence their brains, and how they doing some stupid things, you know, play stupid things and win stupid prizes, you know, like it's like that, you know, it's fucking crazy. Anyways, let's see.
Kids to hurt other kids, encouraging.
And it's always gonna be the predators, you know. How the fuck does anything like, you know, it's a lot of predators do a lot of fucked up things, and yeah, holy shit. Because that's very shocking to me of how predators can access the internet and influence the teenagers to do a lot of fucked up shit, and yeah, at least we have like Gideon or any predator catching YouTubers to show them how to stop these fucking creeps. But anyways, let's watch
And
the
rewarding
video.
self-harm, encouraging suicide,
Okay,
encouraging and rewarding the destruction of families. Jason reveals how these predatory groups operate, how they target vulnerable kids through gaming platforms like Roblox, how they use extortion.
Roblox, the Roblox situation, man. The fucking Roblox. Dude, name the other games that get attracted more with kids. Name the other games that a lot of predators get from from any children, or stalk them, or stalking children. It's mostly Roblox or Fortnite. I don't know. It's like Fortnite that, because I've seen that Fortnite is trying to be like Roblox or some shit. But yeah, anyways, it's always gonna be Roblox.
And threats to maintain control,
Who am I?
and how they systematically turn authorities against parents as a way to isolate their victims and maximize damage. He watched his brilliant, creative 16-year-old daughter get consumed in a matter of months, despite his monitoring and involvement.
That's fucked up.
This isn't about panic. It's about recognizing that predators have evolved and that we must evolve. What follows is a raw conversation about what happened to Penelope, what Jason wishes he'd known, and what every parent needs to understand about evil people that use the internet to access our kids from their bedrooms. Jason, thank you so much for joining me on the Family IT Guy podcast and coming on to share the story about your daughter. If you don't mind, let's, and tell me if at any point you don't want to talk about anything, but I'd like to hear a bit about your daughter, just from the perspective of A, honoring her, and B, trying to paint the picture for the people that are listening, for the other kids that might be listening, for the parents that might be listening and watching, to be able to relate to the fact that you are a human family with a human dynamic. Tell us about life before this tragedy occurred.
It's kind of fucked up, you know.
And tell us about your daughter and who she was and stuff, if you don't mind.
Are very evil pieces of shit.
We were a small, well-planned family. My wife and I didn't think we were going to have a kid, but then we had a discussion that developed into a larger conversation, and eventually we decided we were going to have, and we had an only child. We knew we weren't going to have any more. So we were very happy to pour all our resources into this one kid. Her name is Penelope. She was born in 2009. February 9th, 2005.
Oh, 2005. Penelope was born in 2005. I'm 20 years old. I was born in 2005, and I'm 20. Holy shit.
Oh, shoot, I forgot her birthday.
Yeah. Hey, I do the same thing sometimes. I can't blame you. So yeah, Penelope was Feb 9, 2005, and it's currently July
2009. Sorry. No, she was okay. So sorry, I can't remember what the year that she was born now. I have not said this in a long time, but she was 16 this year. So yeah, 2009.
Okay,
right?
2009, because we're July 2025 recording this. So she was born in Feb of 2009.
February 9th, 2009, and that was the beginning of a pretty damn good family. We lived in Vancouver proper, in a beautiful neighborhood. Her summers were up on a beautiful cabin that was no road access, with a lot of cousins and family. And she had a pretty fantastic life. She loved catching snakes and spiders, and she wasn't scared of anything. She loved fishing. She loved all that stuff.
Damn.
And she was an extremely creative and brilliant mind. and she would just sometimes pump out poetry that, like, I would read it and I couldn't even critique it if it was an adult that wrote it. I would be like this, and I know I'm her dad, but I'd pass this around, and friends' eyes would pop open, and they're like, "What?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it just pours out of her sometimes." And then one day I said to her, like a couple days later, I was like, "So you still doing any poetry?" She's like, "No, I'm done with that." And then she's moving on. She's building costumes, like full heads and makeup and everything. And I am in the film industry, so I was like, a couple of my friends, I'm like, during the pandemic, I said, "Can you what do you think of this?" And they're like, "Yeah, she's pretty good." I'm like, "Can you hone these skills and tutor her?" And they did, and she loved it. She learned how to do a lot of stuff, and her empathy for the world and how she saw things, I just would love to listen to her in the back of the car talking to her friends about a movie that they watched, because she would pick up on these beautiful little things in the movie that I didn't even see. Where she was talking about, like, this dad that was whistling at the end of the song, at the end of the movie, and how that was the song that was playing at the beginning of the movie when his baby was born. And I was like, I get chills thinking about it right now, because I was like, I didn't even notice that. And
whoa,
she's
just tuned in.
Yeah, she was a very sensitive, creative soul that the beauty that she saw in the world really went past us.
I need to change something. I don't know what the fuck is happening. Yeah.
Other people's over everybody's head most of the time. And so she was doing oil paintings and charcoal paintings, profiles of herself.
I did charcoal painting,
and so we knew that.
As well.
And I said to her one day, I said, "Hey,"
this is my
because I had troubles with school and stuff like that. I said, because she was like, school's kind of stupid. Between you and me, one day when she was in grade 5, we got a call from the principal's office saying, like, well, your strong personality of a daughter left the class today, but before she left, she turned around and said, "You're all a bunch of idiots," and slammed the door. And my wife looked at me and was like, "This is you." And I was like, "Yeah, this is me." And so, but the beauty was talking. Right? Yeah, the beauty was talking with our principals and teachers, because there was another incident too of, she ended up punching a grade 6 boy, and she was in grade 4, because he kept bugging and bullying this group of girls. And we get a call from the principal again: "Your strong-willed daughter has punched one of the boys. We don't think this is a problem, but we have to go through the process." And we went there, and they how parents can kind of say, "This isn't an issue. We just have to go through the motions here." And it was one of those things that she definitely saw. She was frustrated with injustice in the world, and she would definitely do something about it rather than shy away. And so that was a time where I would take her, I'd get her guard down, and we'd go for a drive, and I'd take her to a A&W or McDonald's, and we'd have some food and sit in the truck. And I'd do that because my dad and I used to sit in the truck when we worked in construction. And I feel like the best conversations with your kid or family are generally in the car when you're alone together. And so anyways, we had that conversation where I said, "You know what I'm going to be talking about today, right?" She goes, "I think so." I was like, "So you got in a fight at school?" "Yeah." Tell me about it. And she's told me the story that they were sitting around, and this boy kept coming over and teasing them and bugging them. And then he finally called them a liar, which she got up and she said, "I'm not a liar." And she punched him in the belly, and he went away. And not that I'm supportive of that, but I did smile a bit. And I said, like, you got a sense of justice, but I said, "You do know you lose the argument through as soon as you throw a punch." And she's like, "I know, but I was so mad." I'm like, "I get it." Yeah. And anyways, we'd have those great conversations. And she just was. I remember holding her in one of those baby Bjorns in front of my chest as a baby. And I'd be at the grocery store or something, and you know how older ladies would come up and go, "Ooh, look at that pretty little girl. Oh, pretty." More than one occasion, older lady come up and go, "Ooh, look at that pretty." Oh. She's really staring into me. I'm like, "Oh yeah, she's figuring out who you are to her." And she would intimidate almost anybody that locked eyes with her that she didn't know. She wasn't a kid that just dove into situations. She would stand back and watch what everybody was doing and wanted to know the outcome before she was involved. And so I have lots of stories of other parents unsettled or like taken back by just her aura, her energy, her ability to almost command attention or respect, I think, rather than I noticed adults wouldn't talk to her like a little baby very, very long. They recognized,
that's interesting.
That what I'm saying is important. I better be careful with my words, because this person is really listening to me right now. And she's and I mean, I could talk about her forever.
The situation It's fucked up.
Yeah, and I wrestle with the anger that comes up during this.
Oh shit. TikTok's spookiest predator, Vamp Daddy Evil.
Today we're going to be talking about an alleged predator that goes by the name Vamp Daddy Evil on TikTok. There's a lot to unpack here, and to get a little brief understanding of the lore, he's built his entire online persona around showing his predatory behavior.
So he's basically like fucking he's basically like a chud. Is that what he is? Is he some type of chud? All right, let's continue.
And openly showing his obsession with underage girls, which doesn't help him when you look at some of his which involve DDLG and age play. And there's even allegations of him talking to minors and trying to have relationships with them. And not to mention an investigation where he was connected to his ex-girlfriend's disappearance, in which he was an alleged suspect. And real quick, if you watch videos like these, I make content on them all the time, so please consider subscribing to the channel. It really would help the channel out a lot. Either way, thank you so much for being here, and let's continue. And in case you're not familiar, Vamp Daddy has a TikTok with a following of 17,000 followers, where he says that he is big evil. And essentially that's the image he's trying to push. This dark, evil, muscular man who is damaged beyond repair. And a lot of his content is videos of him in the gym with something completely unhinged and diabolical in the captions, where he says, "I know I'm known for bad things. I simply don't care. I've already done so much worse that simply hasn't been discovered." And at first, when you take a look at his content, a lot of it feels like it's him playing a character and it's satire. But then the question arises, when does satire become reality? When you repeat an action over and over enough, continuously, it corrodes the character. It has the ability to corrode your character and turn you into the thing that you're making fun of, especially when it's something as dark as what he's talking about. And the more you dig into his content, the more disturbing it gets. He has this super and strange obsession with controlling young girls and openly jokes about grooming and hurting them, where he says, "I just want to treat her like a little girl, dress her up however I want, and own her completely. I'm not going to lie, kitten, it really hurts daddy when you remind him that he's almost 30. And he's very open about his fantasies such as DDLG and age play and some more extreme ones. Quoting
I'm just gonna get out early, and yeah, it's a good stream, guys. Hopefully if you guys watch this video, and hopefully you enjoy it, and I'll see you guys again soon, you know. And I don't know how to work with Twitch, and yeah. Because I have a lot of problems. Okay. But yeah, hopefully I can try to entertain you guys, you know. I'm trying my best, you know. I want to become a streamer, and yeah, hopefully I can do much things better. And yeah, it's kind of nighttime, and I'm really tired, and yeah, I want to do some comic reviews and a lot of shit, important ones. But either ways, hopefully you guys enjoy my stream, and hopefully I can see you guys again for if I were to get ready on stream. But yeah, see you guys. Thank you guys.